So this guy stole billions of dollars in priceless art. Billions. Now, the guy's name's Stefan, and Stefan is 24, living in France, and bro is obsessed with art and artifacts, and he really, really wants to own some of it for himself. But unfortunately, he can't because he's broke. In fact, he still lives at home in his mother's attic. But one day, around 1995, all that changes because he's at a local museum with his girlfriend, this woman, Anne Catherine. And so they're there and they spot this antique pistol that's on display. And Stefan is immediately like, oh, that's so cool. And he looks around and he notices there's no security guard watching. And he really wants to steal this pistol. However, he's there with Anne Catherine and he doesn't really know how she'll respond if he suddenly just swipes it. And so he asks her, hey, do you mind if I break the law and steal this priceless artifact? And I guess she's like, all right. And so Stefan picks up the pistol and he puts it in his backpack and they walk out of the museum all casual-like they didn't just commit a major crime. After that, I guess they're like, well, that was easy. I guess we shall do it again. And they do. They hit up another museum and they steal something from there. And again, they're successful with no problems. And pretty soon, this turns into a whole routine. They hop from museum to museum to museum across France, just taking small sculptures, paintings, relics, ancient artifacts, anything they can throw in their bag and sneak out the door. And it's so surprisingly easy for them that they decide to go international. And soon they hit up places all over Europe, Germany, the Netherlands, Austria, Switzerland. And they're smart about it. They make sure to target places with weak security, places that barely have any cameras or no cameras at all. And they often hit these places during lunch because any security guards will likely be on break and they are less likely to be spotted. And while Stefan snatches up the artifact and puts it in his bag, or if it's a painting, he'll remove it from its frame and just slip it under his coat. While he's doing that, Anne Catherine is usually on the lookout. And she'll give him a little cough to signal whenever someone's approaching. So they got this whole scheme all worked out. Now, you would think that they would then sell all of this art on the black market and make millions of dollars. But actually, they don't. In fact, they don't sell a single piece of it. Instead, they just hang it all up or put it on display in their room. And I say their room because at this point, they don't have a place of their own. Stefan is still living in the attic at his mom's house, and Anne Catherine lives there with him. Which is crazy because they're broke and they could clearly use the money, but they just love being surrounded